Good.
Yep. What's the feeling like as a coach, as a player, the night before the regular season starts?
It's always a little bit of, nervousness in a good way. Excitement about the season starting, and we all want to go out and have great carryover from all the concepts and all the play we've had during the course of preseason and training camp.
Any update on DeJounte and Zion?
No, Z couldn't go today. Sick, ill. DeJounte is supposed to possibly get here today, get a workout in, and then probably game time decision from there.
And it'll be for both of them game time decision?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, both of them.
Do you think Zion, there's at least a possibility he could play tomorrow?
Yeah, it's a possibility.
Okay.
Yeah, possibility.
How have you seen Brandon just handle the last few weeks? And I mean, you're going to potentially depend on him a whole lot tomorrow night. What's his headspace at as we get into this?
Yeah, he seemed like he was in a good space. He's had several really good practices. He had a really good game just as far as his rhythm and confidence against Houston. So it was good to see, and just overall, I feel like he's been handling everything well.
You take a look at this Bulls team. What's, I guess, a fan's scouting report like? Why do they present challenges for you tomorrow?
Well, they play at an extremely high pace. So on makes and misses, they're getting the ball up fast. They're a team that can shoot the three ball with Levine and Kobe White. And you have Vucevic who's mixing it up. He can take you down low and he can operate in the post. He can also screen and pop. So they got a good team. They're well coached. They play extremely hard. They compete. And it's going to be a good test for us tomorrow.
You guys are really one of the better teams on the road, being able to make the Smoothie King Center.
Say it again?
Being able to make the Smoothie King Center a home field and a home court advantage. You guys were good on the road last year. How do you turn that around to make it just as good here at home?
If we were good at home but bad on the road, would you be saying how we turn it around? No, it's just something we gotta get better at. Something we got to do is just take care of home court. And we have to have more of an attack mentality. Not necessarily protect, but just go after teams when they come in this building. Play with the spirit and energy that we know we're accustomed to playing with, and just keep that level of standard no matter where it is, at home or on the road.
Has Trey been able to run or anything like that at this point?
He's starting to do some light jogging. He hasn't been able to run yet. He's on the floor shooting and a little light jogging so far.
If Zion and or DeJounte aren't able to play tomorrow, just how much is it a next man up mentality? How much are you going to rely on the other guys?
Welcome to the NBA. Just already started the season. It is that mentality. It's like next man up, and we try not to make excuses about who's available. Every team is going to deal with having guys in and out at some point throughout the course of the season. And so it's really by committee, making sure that each and every guy on our team understands what we're trying to accomplish, making sure that we try to be as detailed as possible, and that we go and play with confidence. And I think our guys all understand that this is an opportunity for them if Zion doesn't play, if DeJounte doesn't play. But we're hopeful we'll have them, but if not, it's next man up mentality for sure.
Willie, you mentioned earlier in preseason that you're beginning to track new numbers from the bench on what's going on in games, and also recently you talked about how the small balls with Zion really show like really good stats. Do you feel like you're embracing analytics a little bit more?
For sure, and it's always been a part of our game. I think analytics has the technology of it and the information of it has grown, and we've learned more ways to dissect it and try to determine if, are we playing the right way, offensively, defensively? Are there some concepts that we're missing that maybe we can incorporate? But it's always been a part of our game. I'm definitely aware of it. We got a great analytical staff that is always kind of keeping us updated on substitution patterns, guys that play well together, what's a quality shot, what do we need to do defensively to be better. And just try to have a good balance with it.
So you would say it's definitely helped you like shape your decisions a lot more, even during the games.
It does. It does. It can help you shape your decisions. It can also confirm some ideas and concepts that I'm seeing that I'm not quite sure about.
How do you kind of approach it as a coaching staff when you're trying to implement these changes, but you got to go through preseason games without your starters? Guys are missing leading up to the start of the season, but you got to be ready for that first game tomorrow.
Well, yeah, it's always some challenges when you got new guys that aren't necessarily accustomed to how we've done things, and we're getting everybody up to speed. But it's just a part of it. You just come in, you create a standard, you create a good foundation for the whole team, and you try to play it as such. But we're prepared. We're ready to go. I'm excited. The guys are excited, and the biggest thing is for us to go out, compete, share the ball, defend, and continue to play with confidence and have fun with it.
How much different does it feel than last year? What you guys would go down there?
We put in some more concepts, going over options in the offense. We haven't had our guys here. DeJounte been gone. Z been gone for the last 2 days. We didn't get to play preseason together, but we just been trying to implement some stuff that everybody can kind of learn and make it easier for everybody.
How much do you think that's going to be a factor early in the season, since y'all not playing together during the preseason, not really getting that practice time the past couple of days?
I think we'll figure it out. We got enough talent, but it's up to us as players to come in and try to figure each other out and see the best way that we want to play.
What's the biggest adjustment you think for you with some of these smaller lineups, some of these lineups that don't have a true center? How do you think that's going to cause you to adjust to your game?
Well, adjustment for me, but adjustment for everybody. I think we got to focus on rebounding the basketball. I think if I was any other team, I would try to really go after second chance points and try to rebound the basketball. So we got to have a sense of urgency in that, rebounding on the offense and defensive end.
What do you think of Lonzo Ball being back after 2.5 years on the Pelicans?
Yeah, I'm happy for him that he get a chance to come out and play basketball again. He look healthy. He's moving, and when he's on the floor, it's a different feel for his team. And we know that they push the pace a little bit more. He's able to get guys involved and give people confidence, so we're prepared for it.
Coach Green said yesterday that the team that finished with one more win than you guys was in the Western Conference Finals the last 2 years. Is it crazy to think the importance of how important just one game is?
Yeah, I think as you get more experience, you understand that it is must-have games as you continue to go through the schedule, especially trying to get into the playoffs and knowing that the West is stacked.
Brandon, when the team does go small, what do you think are the one or two maybe the most important things that you guys got to do in order for you guys to be successful?
Talk consistently and rebound.
There's 4 guys here who have averaged 20 points in the NBA. I mean, what's just the key to making all the talent fit together?
I think that's a coach question. You got to put us in a position, and we got to continue to communicate with them.
And we've heard a lot about you kind of adjusting your shot profile, more shots at the rim, more three-pointers. What's kind of been the mentality for you to kind of look a little bit different on offense this year?
Take what the defense giving, add what the team needs. That's more threes, but continue to be myself. But also, be a contributor to the threes that the team trying to get up, and on the defensive side, rebounding the basketball.
You think playing more 5-out looks is going to make it easier to do that, just kind of having more space in the lane?
I guess we'll see. I think having guys that can shoot the basketball and can create will make it have a different feel. But we'll see how the spacing is.
What can a rookie like Idris can bring to the team for his first season?
I think he brings athleticism. The thing about him is he learns fast. So everything that coaches or players been giving him, he's been able to implement it fast. So I think he'll learn pretty fast, and as he continue to get stronger, I think he'll be a really, really good player.
Your first season in New Orleans, you're in the final year of your rookie deal, playing for a new deal, and obviously went really well. I made an all-star team.
Yep.
Does that experience help you deal with this one? Do you draw on that at all?
Yeah, experience always helps. I think for me right now, just playing free, enjoying playing the game of basketball. I'm healthy, so I feel good to be back out there and playing basketball. So yeah, just letting that take over, just being free and having fun.
Hey man, anything new?
No, not really.
So I mean, just what has the last 24 hours been like? Just kind of getting all the messages, kind of grasping everything that's going on right now.
It's been a blessing. Come a very long way, and when I finally signed the paper, just thought about all those mornings and nights that I spent in the gym. Those times where I was struggling, wasn't playing. Went to G League, went through a month of January playing 1 minute. Like all of it is worth it. All of it was worth it just from signing that, being able to take care of my family.
What was it like having them next to you, having mom and dad next to you when you did that?
Super important. That's my circle. Those are two of my best friends. So not having them there wouldn't have been right. So I definitely was glad to have them there.
Is that one of the first times you really got to kind of sit back and reflect on where you started from to where you are right now?
No, it wasn't the first time. I do it actually a good amount just to put things in perspective. Trying to get too ahead of myself and always try not to be too hard on myself. I'm probably my biggest critic, but I also remember, it's all about perspective and, where I've come from. And I've gotten better each day and every year, so just glad to be where I am right now.
How much does that kind of instill confidence in you for this next season, especially?
What part exactly?
Just the contract extension.
It doesn't really, instill any more confidence in me because that's not my goal to, obtain, it's a good thing to have, I would say, but my main goal is to be the best basketball player I can be, and if I do that, then the money will take care of itself.
Trey, how would you say your legs feeling? What are you able to do right now in practice?
I am, I just started jogging and doing a little bit more ramping up with, jogging, haven't sprinted yet, but, I'm feeling pretty solid right now, just still trying to figure everything out. It's a tricky injury, so, we've got to make sure we handle it with care.
And now that you're locked in, seeing that, you're under contract, Z's under contract, DeJounte, Herb, kind of knowing what that core is going to look like moving forward, how much confidence does that give you, kind of knowing what the vision is here?
No, it's great. I mean, you've seen what, me, Herb, and Z have done together. It's been a pretty good three-man, adding DeJounte into that mix for the foreseeable future has been, pretty good. And I think that he'll be able to help a lot. So, I'm just pretty excited for what the future has to hold.
When your coach was asked yesterday about what he's the most proud of you for, he mentioned like when you were a rookie that he told you you need to go down to the G League and you came back, and obviously you came back and were really successful. I mean, what is that something that you thought about at all in terms of just the adversity that you kind of had to go through at the beginning of your career?
It was the most important time of my entire career. It was probably the hardest time for me mentally, especially, with all the expectations, summer league, first team all summer league, preseason played well, then didn't have a good game until February. Being the first round pick, there's a lot of expectations, and so it was tough. Obviously, I was happy for my guys, but I also wanted to make sure that I was able to contribute. So I would say my rookie year, during those times where I didn't play, that was the most important time for me because it made me grow up a lot.
Trey, just a question about your rookie this year, Yves Missy. Is he NBA ready already?
Absolutely.
How so?
That boy's good. I mean, he's very athletic. He blocks shots, rebounds, dunks the ball. That's all we really need him to do right now, and does that at a high level.
Trey, can you talk about BI, what you saw over him during preseason and training camp? Because a lot of people would assume, right, he's got the contract hanging over his head, but can you say from what you've seen? Because what we've seen, talking to him, watching you guys practice afterwards, we see the same BI. What have you seen?
I wouldn't even say the same BI. I think he's been better. He's been super vocal on defense. He's been hitting shots at a really high rate, and he's just been a good team player. I'm just really proud of him. I mean, that's a really tough situation to be in, especially when there's a lot of things that are uncertain going into the next year, and then it stays the same. You still got to be professional, and that's something he's done at a high level.
And we were talking to Hawk yesterday, and he talked about just how big you've been with him, since he came in as a rookie. What's kind of been your message to him going into year two?
Shoot the ball. That's literally it. Just shoot the ball, be yourself, have confidence, almost irrational confidence, because it only take you, as far as you want it to go.
Trey, did you hear the quote that he said he may be going in your closet?
Oh, I heard it. It ain't happening, but I heard it, though. And plus, he can't even fit my clothes anyway, so we all good?